Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 682 for August 15th, 2016. Right here in smack dab in the middle of the month. It's on. I don't know what it's on about, but it's on. Alright, no, but tonight, I want to talk to y'all about being all up under somebody. The need to be all up under somebody. You know what that means? That's something that my people say a lot. And what that means is somebody is playing you real close. Either they need a whole lot of affection or attention, or they may have a little bit of insecurities going on about them that make them need to really be close to the person that they are digging like that, or that they are around. Because being all up under somebody doesn't have to be somebody that you're romantically involved with. It actually starts when you're kind of young. You know, there's a lot to it. I'll try to break it down as easily and as quickly as possible. Alright, it all starts from the time that you're in the womb. And it really does start from the time that you're in the womb. You know, the connection between a mother and a child when a mother is pregnant. A child is totally dependent upon the mother for its nutrition. It's totally dependent upon the mother in order to feel comfort and to be able to have a smooth transition from being inside of the womb and you know, going into the world. So that's one of the reasons that the elders and our ancestors tell us to make sure that you give a pregnant woman anything that she wants, to make sure that she doesn't want for anything, or that she's not sad or depressed during the time of her pregnancy, because that can affect the baby hormonally. You know, remember that the only way that the baby can breathe, the only way that the baby can have a blood flow is through the mother. There's a lot going on with that umbilical cord, man. And hormonally, the emotions that a mother feels can transfer to an unborn child. So if a mother is stressed, under a lot of stress, then more than likely she's not getting enough rest, she's not treating her body right, and that can transfer over to the child. So a child can actually be born with a high amount of stress. It's all true. You can look this up. Google it. Google stress and unborn babies. Okay. And also depression. If a mother is sad and lonely and really worried, has a lot of worries during the time of her pregnancy, that can actually transfer to the child, and a child can actually be born with depression symptoms, which may in turn make the child more susceptible to depression later on in life, and not very later on in life, like maybe as a small child. And so you got to watch out. So I'm saying all of this to say this, you know, because of that strong connection between the mother and the child, especially if the mother breastfeeds, you know, that strong connection between the mother and the child, you know, suckling on her breast, that, you know, holding the child. So the child starts off in life being all up under their mother. If you don't really accept that in human beings, which I think is a very easy concept to be able to grasp, look at puppies, look at dogs, look at cats, look at any animals. They feed off of the mother, and in order to feed off the mother, they got to be all up under the mom. So what happens with children who never breastfeed? Does that mean that they are never all up under somebody? I can't say that for sure, but I know this: if you pay attention, you notice that there's always a strong connection between children that have been breastfed and the ones. And there's a big difference between the ones that haven't been breastfed. Particularly, let's say, if some of the children have not been breastfed, and then maybe like the last child is breastfed, and you see that the connection between that last child and the mother is like, it's strong. It's very strong, because the child was used to having to depend on the mother in order to receive his nutrition, in order to get food. And also he or she got that comfort from the mom. So their closeness is crazy. It's crazy and it's undeniable. So how does that translate into later on in life when you know, when you deal with other people that aren't in your family? You know what I'm saying? Now you already started off with your mom being able to be right all up under her all the time, getting that closeness, getting that affection, getting that tenderness and that body warmth and you know, that energy, that warmth and energy. How does it work when you get with somebody who hasn't breastfed? And I'm not saying that every child that has been breastfed always wants to be up under somebody, but there may be something to that. I can't say that there's nothing to it. There's definitely something to it. It just may not be, you know, something that's definite and undeniable. I'm not saying that, but for most of them, yes. So the ones who haven't been breastfed, people, and I would imagine that nowadays, probably it may be safe to say that most people probably haven't been breastfed. So does that mean that they don't like affection? Does it mean that they feel more secure than people who have been breastfed feel on a regular basis? Who's to say? Who's to say? But the way that you start off in life often has a really, really definite effect on the way that you continue in life and your level of expectations with things. It has an effect on that. So how does it go? You know, when you get older and you want and maybe you are the type of person that has a nurturing nature about you, male or female, because anybody can nurture. They just have to have it in them to be that way. Maybe you're the real affectionate type. You know, you like to hug, you like to kiss, you like to, you know, get close, you like to lay on laps, you like to have people lay on your lap, lay on your lap or whatever. You like to play in hair or rub backs and things like that. You're very comforting. You don't mind being all up under somebody, even in this crazy heat. You know, you might be the type that doesn't complain about that. It's like, ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby, come on over here. You know, get up under my armpit right here. You might be that type. It's only really a problem when somebody doesn't like for you to be all up under them. That's the only time the problem really comes. When you don't want, you know, you don't like that closeness. You don't like open displays of affection. You don't even like closed displays of affection. You may have been the type of person that didn't grow up around strong displays of affection. Maybe people in your family didn't hug or kiss or express affection or love. You know, maybe y'all was brought up to express love in other ways. And that's a crazy thing, man, because, you know, love is one of those things that, you know, people say that love is an action, so you have to show your love. And it amazes me that people who believe that don't seem to respect the words "I love you," or they are suspicious of people who use the words "I love you." I love you is something that everybody needs to hear, because if somebody shows you love, it can be misinterpreted as something else. The same way as if somebody tells you that they love you, they may just be saying that, but you can always charge them for saying that. If somebody says that they love you, you can always say to them, "But you told me you love me." Whereas if somebody never says it, but they like pay your car note or buy you something that you really wanted, yeah, that's showing love. But you can always say, "Well, you never said that you love me. I don't know why you did what you did for me. It was a nice gesture, but how do I know you weren't doing that just to get this from me and that from me?" It gets dicey, man. So when it comes to being all up under somebody, man, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, actually. But it's normally a good thing when you're around somebody who treats it like a good thing. Somebody who has the same expectation and the same appreciation level for being all up under somebody, just like you do. So, you know, try to represent that as much as you can. There's never anything wrong with a little love and affection, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with a little love and affection. That's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's wonderful. It's great. It's top of the line. So good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And one more thing that I almost forgot Sometimes being all up under somebody is not even a physical thing. Sometimes being all up under somebody is interrogating them. Yo, where you been? What you been doing? Who was you with? What time did you get there? What time you coming back? Where you at? Blink, 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 blink. Look, I called your phone 25 times. Don't make me do it 50. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way as being all up under somebody. Now, that symbolizes that there's something wrong, because you really shouldn't have to be in that much constant contact with somebody in order to feel secure. And one of the things that go along with being all up under somebody is security. And I'm not sure if I got that across when I was talking about the mother and the child thing, because that is a secure situation. I'll holler at y'all later. Don't forget about, in a couple of days, on Wednesday, the 17th, is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, and we're going to be talking about as insecure as we want to be. That's all I'm going to say to y'all about that right now, but 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know what it is. 347-677-1533. And I get back with y'all. Holla.